tracks those fuckers.
Hey guys, welcome to Dome Roof 16. I am your host Javon, and today we're back for a brand new benchmark. It's Dying Light, the Enhanced Edition for the PC. Dying Light is free as of, I think, yesterday on the Epic Games Store. That's right, you can get Dying Light for free right now. And it holds up, even to this standard. So I decided I'd do some tests on it. Hey, run this on the Intel Core i3-10105 with the AMD RX 600 8GB VRAM graphics card. I'm running with 16GB of DDR4 RAM and dual channel memory. And this is a game that requires stronger CPU if you want to play at high frame rates. But yeah, we're running at 1080p on the high preset, but I have view distance set to 0 for some reason or another. I'm going to change that in a second. But yeah, here we are. And without view distance, we're going to turn it on. Boy oh boy, we're hitting over 150 FPS. Isn't that crazy? 160 FPS on the high preset. Like, that's doing numbers, dude. You're dead. Let's do some running around. It's still sticking to over 100 FPS. That's impressive. So the CPU seems to be able to handle it actually. My GPU isn't fully utilized. I do not recommend playing this game at 1080p if you have an RX 600. This is a 1440p card for a lot of these older games. This is 1440p, especially if you have a weak CPU, because you're putting too much strain on the CPU for no reason. Hey, I'm coming over there for you now. Just give me a sec. Just give me a sec. Thanks. Now, there is a lot of foliage about here that's really demanding. I want to go over to the foliage area, and then I'm going to actually tweak the settings. Here we are. Foliage. The game still runs decently well here, even here. I'm still getting over 100 FPS with the view distance off. We're going to turn on the view distance now, and I'm going to set it to the maximum. Let me just stand somewhere. We're getting 137 FPS on average. Let's go now. Yeah, we're stuck at 137 FPS anyway. And max it all the way. 137, remember. That's not bad. Even with that, we are still able to hit over 110 FPS. We're hitting over 100 FPS regardless. It is dropping below a lot more now though. You don't need view distance this high. But it shows. Hey, I love this, dude. This is awesome. Actually, to be honest with you, right, this CPU is doing a lot better than I expected it to. I'm really proud of this right now, which is great because I'm going to test this on the RX 570 as well. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know how many times I've actually beaten Dying Light on my channel with an Intel HD 620 with a single stick of 8GB of RAM. I actually have the whole walkthrough on the channel, which was ridiculous, but I played. I managed to play through the whole thing, so I'm telling you, this is running really well. Holy crap, there's a lot of no coming for me. Now, like I said, I would not play this at 1080p with an i3-10105. I would recommend carrying it to 1440p to alleviate some of the CPU issue, because it's haphazardly a CPU bottleneck right now. GPU cannot be fully utilized. Unfortunately, like I said, I always say in my videos, I'm using a capture card, and my capture card is running through the VGA. So I only have 1080p. Can't do any higher. So that's why, if you're wondering, why don't you go to 1440p or 4K? That's why I can't go any higher. Unless I was to do a bunch of things, but then I don't get sound, and it gets ridiculous, okay? It gets ridiculous. So I actually was going to change this around to like, I was actually going to change some settings, but clearly it runs magnificently on the high preset. Now the shadow map size can also be changed. We're gonna change that, but I would not recommend carrying shadow map size any higher. The shadows in this game are ridiculously intensive. So let's see. Looking here, we're getting, I'll give it about 138. I'll give it about 138. We turn on shadows. Shadows look great right now. Very high. So we've lost over 20 FPS. It's still running decently though, but we've lost over 20 FPS. It's actually impressive. It's really impressive. I can run this game maxed out. I still have a PC, whatever, PCCS type of thing. And it looks great at 1080p. It does look great. Oh snap. The enemy's coming for me, boy. Crane, I'm gonna need you to get up here, bro. So this is when a game runs better than you anticipated. This is running way better than I anticipated it to run. Ignore me, oh crap, it's coming through. Yeah, like, even at the max settings, 1080p, let's call it max settings, forget the NVIDIA PC, because can I even use that? But it's running at max 1080p max settings, and it's still sticking to over 100 FPS. I knew it. I knew someone was gonna try to surround me. I'm there like, Javon, what if they come from this side? Wouldn't that suck? And they were. I'm actually gonna go in there. I'm not going into that base. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. It has been Dying Light. It runs really well. The original one. It's actually nice that I played early on in the game just so that it would stop stuttering. It's no stutters at all. It just runs really decently. I'm going to drop it down to 60 now and see if I can maintain 60 just for another minute before I end the video. But that's 60 FPS. Obviously, we don't play games at uncapped frame rates. I have a 1080p monitor. At the most, I may do 75 FPS, but it runs really decently, even now. I'll see you guys next time. I'm just going to mute myself. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay.